Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Keenum's Vikings going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. To throw, it's Keenum. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Working from the gun, Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down following the run. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here again is McKinnon. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Keenum now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And the back goes into motion. And now they'll throw with Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On first down, Murray. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And Forbath will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
first play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Ryan. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Well, taking a step back, and we look league-wide for a second. On Tuesday the 16th, Pro Football Writers Association named the all-rookie team. Who was on the ledger?
Well, let's start with the headliners. Let's start with the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, running back from Tennessee, 3rd rounder with the New Orleans Saints. And Marshall Lattimore, their first pick in the 1st round this past season, a cornerback out of Ohio State, the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and Kamara shared that offensive honor with Kareem Hunt. What a year he had.
I mean, when you put it all together, at one point you thought Kareem Hunt was just running away with this thing. Remember, they got off to a 5-0 start, and he was essentially setting rookie records every week he played. And then Kamara and the Saints with a late rush made it a tie. Both of them well-deserving.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And his first carry, he loses the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Atlanta.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first down, Ryan. Flush to his right. Complete to Jones. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They give him a gain of 37.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Ryan. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
To throw on third down, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Running right, this is Freeman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On third down, It's Coleman, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation. It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points. But boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They run with Murray. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably good for us. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They run once more with McCannon. And some room to work. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards on the ground. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run. Murray. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it.
Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to run. It's McCannon. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now Ryan back into his end zone. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some space here. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the... The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And he clocks it with just 10 seconds left. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A road win in the National National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it.